Moulin Rouge is this past season's most honored show at the Tony Awards. You can see it right now in New York, and starting next month, the North American tour of Moulin Rouge is hitting the road. Broadway.com correspondent Beth Stevens caught up with director Alex Timbers in this edition of Building Broadway.
So here we are. At the Hirschfeld Theater, and we're in a kind of an unusual room. Where are we?
We are in, I think, what Jude Jamson calls the VIP lounge. So we're both very fancy people for this afternoon only. This is where we would do a lot of production meetings, and I think where people can come during intermission and have a drink. When
people walk into Moulin Rouge, I noticed that conversation stops and people look around the theater and they ooh and they ah. Is that something that you wanted to happen?
Ever since that first preview in Boston, I love to stand closer to the stage and watch people come in right at 7:15 when they let people in, and you just see these jaws drop when they see Derek's work and Justin Townsend's lighting. It's extraordinary, and they're transported. From moment one, the theatrical envelope wanted to be the club.
Let's talk more about that envelope, because like I said, when you walk into the theater, you're completely immersed into this different world. Tell me about some of the discussions you had with your collaborators.
Derek McLean did the set and Kathy Zuber did the costumes, and from moment one we wanted the elements to be period, but to be kind of reorganized and juxtaposed in ways that might feel contemporary or surprising. So that was one of the things that really governed us. We wanted the experience to be democratic. We wanted, if you're sitting in the last row of the balcony, to feel like you're surrounded by that world. It wasn't just a world of the stage or a world for, the people sitting in house seats, that there were runways or ramps that performers could pop up next to you at any point. We wanted it to feel luxurious. We wanted it to feel like an incredible nightclub, like an incredible theatrical space where that felt dangerous and exotic and enticing. The Moulin Rouge that didn't exist, but you kind of dreamed of existing.
What was your approach to the storytelling?
Baz was an incredible sort of theater maker before he was an incredible filmmaker. And so he was very open to the idea of saying, this is an adaptation. This has to have different needs and rules that the theatrical form will take. It's a musical. And so we went through the process once John Logan was hired as the book writer and Justin Levine as the music supervisor, and went into a hotel room. I dragged my girlfriend's keyboard into there, and we sat there and we had note cards, and we sort of said, okay, let's re-break the story. And we said, how do we make the love triangle more dynamic? How do we make this more dangerous? How do we raise the stakes here and there? Just what does the form demand? It felt like you were breaking in any other original musical as opposed to adapting one of the great movie musicals of all time. Sonia Taya came in, amazing choreographer, and started workshopping dancer, saying like, let me try this idea. She has this group of dancers she works with, and in different rehearsal studios all over New York. So all this stuff's happening simultaneously while we're developing the design, and everything's sort of feeding into each other.
You're very good at bringing in pop culture and Broadway.
One of the things that I really care about is, as someone who loves theater and is an advocate of theater and an evangelist of theater, is when theater feels like it's in dialogue with popular culture and popular music. I remember the first show that hooked me so hard was Tommy, and seeing music video visuals on stage, a score that connected with people who love musical theater, who thought they didn't love musical theater until that moment, and that's the stuff that really gets me excited.
What are you most proud of when it comes to Moulin Rouge?
I think the thing I'm most proud of is the collaboration. I think the idea that you've got someone like John Logan who writes plays and writes these incredible elevated genre movies like Alien and Skyfall, and then you've got Sonia from the world of concert dance, and you've got Aaron Tveit, one of the great musical theater performers, and Robin Herder, an amazing Fosse interpreter, and that they all fit into this world and work well seamlessly together. That feels to me like something that I find aspirational as a director.